Dear students, welcome back to science class. Today we are going to learn about laboratory thermometer. Last class we studied about clinical thermometer, the use of clinical thermometer, and what is the precautions we want to take while we are using a clinical thermometer. And today we are going to study the differences and similarities between clinical thermometer and a laboratory thermometer. Therefore, first we have to study what is a laboratory thermometer. Yes, it is using in labs in order to measure the temperature of other substances. In lab, there are so many kinds of chemicals and all. We have to look the temperature. We have to find the temperature of that substance. In order to measure that temperature of the laboratory things, other objects, we are using laboratory thermometer. So, here the scale of the laboratory thermometer. In the case of the clinical thermometer, it is starting from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. But in the case of the laboratory thermometer, it is starting from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Why it is negative sign? Minus 10 degrees Celsius because there will be substances less than having temperature less than 10 degrees Celsius or 0 degrees Celsius, a very low temperature. So in order to measure the temperature of such type of substances, we have to use laboratory thermometer, and it is at 110 degrees Celsius. Yes, sometimes if we have to measure the temperature of a boiled substance, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, boiled substances and all. So if you are using clinical thermometer instead of laboratory thermometer for measuring that, clinical thermometer will break and we can't measure by using because it is up to 42 degrees Celsius. But here laboratory thermometer we can measure up to more than 100 degrees Celsius and below, that is 110 degrees Celsius. So the scale of the laboratory thermometer is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Okay, you have to remember that. The next one, that is, what are the precautions we have to take while we are using a laboratory thermometer? What are the precautions? There is no need of jerking and all. There is a thermometer we have to keep upright. This is a substance, ever boiled water or anything. We have to keep upright and not tilted. Have to remember that we have to keep in a right position, upright position. The next one, the bulb. Here is the bulb. Bulb of the thermometer contains mercury. The bulb should be surrounded by the substance which the temperature have to measure it. Here the temperature of the water we have to measure it. The bulb should be surrounded by that substances. And the bulb should not touch the surface of the container also. And these are the precautions we have to use while using the laboratory thermometer. And next one, I drawn a thermometer and there is a kink, K-I-N-K. Kink is there in between a bulb and scale, that is, it's known as kink. Kink prevents the falling down of mercury. And it is there in the textbook. You have to find more things about laboratory thermometer, and you can find out, no need of writing, you can find out what is the differences and what are the similarities between laboratory thermometer and a clinical thermometer. Okay.